Hi again. This is a weekend video just for an update on certain things that I have said in last two videos related to the planetary motions, the horoscope, the natal chart, and the law of karma. So I want to kind of give some little bit more idea or explanation on the same basis before I move on to a different topic. So I think this will be my third and the last video on planets and the karma. Uh, so when I had stated in the past that when the planetary motions are fixed, every planet in the solar system that we know moves in a particular speed, takes certain length of time, and related to the Earth, it sometimes looks moving backward or retro. But again, this is a relative position, and these are matched to the conglomeration of stars or called zodiac signs. As we talked about it, there are 360 degrees in the horizon if you are standing on Earth, and there are 12 conglomerations that have been determined. And so position of particular time, whether a particular planet is seen in a particular conglomeration would be determined in that way. So we can compare our present life or when we are born to driving on a highway. Not everybody enters the highway at exit or entry 1, nor does everybody exit at the last exit. We all have our own paths. We also travel in multi-lane highway, and the speed with which we drive, exits that we take, the lane changes that we do, or whatever else we do while we are traveling is entirely up to us. But once you get on a highway, you're going to have a certain exits fixed. So if let's presume something, let's say there are 100 exits on a particular highway. I may enter at 1, or I may enter at 5, or I may enter at 30, or I may enter at 80. So once I enter, let's say I enter the exit number 25 or the entry number 25 to a particular highway, there is no chance unless I make a U-turn and go backward for me to see what's there in exit 23, 22, 21, back to the one. On the other hand, if somebody enters the exit 50, he has no way of knowing what's between 25 to 50. Somebody who is entering at 1 will have all the exits. So I do not come across certain exits. These certain exits will have certain shops, malls, restaurants, residential area, whatever it is. I will never be exposed to them. So now you understand, if I'm born on a particular date, I will be traveling on a highway, entering it at exit 1, 2, 3, 10, 50, 20, 100, whatever it is. And so the certain exits, certain restaurants, certain residential areas, certain situations will be presented to me, whether to visit them by taking the exit or whether to pass them is entirely up to me, but they are going to be there. So once I enter highway at 25, 26 will come, 27 will come, 28 will come, 29 will come, and I will have a choice of taking an exit. And depending upon my plan, if I'm going to a particular residential area or particular restaurant, I'll be selecting my own exit and getting out on it. So if let's say I exit on exit number 80, I will not come across 81, 82, 83, 84, say up to 100, which is the last of the exits. So now this is what is presented to us. The exits can be considered as the positions of the stars at our different lives. So if I'm born, my star position at the time of my birth is fixed. It is going to be known and fixed at age 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 100, or even for matter each day, each month, each week, whatever. So whatever the exits are going to be there are already pre-planned, fixed, and there is no way that I can change it. So date of my birth, time of my birth, place of my birth, my parents, my siblings, they all are fixed. So that situation that I'm entering the highway of the life is fixed. And once I enter the highway of the life, born on a particular day, the planetary positions each day, each week, each month, each year till I die is going to be fixed also. It's not going to be the same that I was born with, but they are going to change. But because we know the planets move absolutely perfectly in the same way, they're all going to be the same. So they are going to be the predetermining force. But it's up to me to change the lane. It's up to me to take the exit. It's up to me to re-enter the highway. It's up to me to make a U-turn and go backward. So now you understand what I'm talking about, law of karma and planetary positions. Do the planets actually affect you? I mean, do they really truly have an effect on you? I don't know. Certainly one can say they have. A lot of people have compared saying, how full moon causes more agitation because we are 90% water, blah, blah, and then the gravitational force pulls, there is a tide and ebb and that kind of stuff. It's possible. My thinking is that that is a sign of certain things that can be predicted. To give an example, I would say, if you remember malaria, the name malaria, which is actually a disease of parasite which are transmitted through bite of a mosquito. The malaria, actually the name was mal-air. Ancient time, when the air was bad, humid, rainy, hot, which caused collection of small water and then had increased mosquito population, the incidence of malaria increased. So people thought that malaria was due to bad air or mal-air, which translated as malaria. But now we know it is due to the mosquitoes. So the bad air indicated increase in mosquito population, increase in chance of getting bitten by mosquito infected with malaria parasite, and increase in incidence of malaria. So the bad air was an indicator. Actually, it in itself does not cause the malaria. So you could be in house and there may be a bad air, but you're not going to get malaria because it does not breed the malaria parasite. Something similar can be considered with the planets. The planets are indicators of certain things that are going to come to your life. As I said, certain exist. When exits comes in, you take the exit, you will see certain restaurants, shopping malls, residential areas, business district, whatever, and that is fixed. But it is up to you. So the situation is presented to you based on your karmas. And most of us, if I decide that I'm going to go to Disneyland in Orlando, Florida, I'm going to take exit 65. That's what Disneyland is. So I am predetermined to take exit 65. Something similar to that happens on highway of life based on my karmas. That I am going to take exit. I'm going to go to a particular college, get a particular education, marry someone. So these kind of things or situations are going to happen, is predetermined. However, I have a choice. I may decide not to go to the Disney. I may decide to go to Epcot, even after taking an exit. I may decide to not go to a particular restaurant that I was predetermined or destined, but I may change something else. So this is up to me, and that is the free will. But the restaurant presentation, the residential area presentation, the Disneyland and Epcot and SeaWorld presentation is all predetermined. These are compared to the planets, which are definitely there in a particular position, and we will have certain effect, temptation to go, temptation to eat in a particular place, etc. So I think the highways are predetermined, the direction is predetermined, the exits are predetermined depending upon where you enter the highway. And that determines the course of our life by karma. I hope this explains something a little bit more. Thank you for watching. If you like it, please subscribe and send a comment. Thank you. Have a nice day.